Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on our comic book creator interviews, including our monthly Chichester chats with comic book legend D.G. Chichester, superhero movie brackets in our search for the worst comic book movie of all time, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Parrott, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks Podcast.
In brightest day,
in blackest nights,
No evil shall escape my sight.
but those who worship evil's might.
beware my power.
Green Lantern's light. Hello and welcome back to another week of Sector 2814, the Green Lantern Podcast. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, Master of the Core, it is.
I am Will. Hey, everyone.
And we went before the parole board, but Matt Kona's still doing hard time, so...
In Far Sector.
Yes, hopefully soon, maybe in a few weeks, yeah, but... That's all right. I swear he's waiting until we get past all the Guy Gardners and Dark Stars and...
Yeah, as soon as we get back to the fun stuff, he'll be back, I'm sure.
Oh, definitely, yeah. I'm surprised it wasn't you. Hey! Call me when Rebirth hits.
Well, you know, Kyle's run, while not my favorite, it did good things for Green Lantern, you know, ultimately. And it was, you know, really awesome art, you know, and the writing was good. So it was how we got there that I have a problem with, but, you know.
Yes. Oh, man, I had a blast from the past yesterday. I was reading some comics for... the monthly Scarlet Spider episode I do with Ray and sometimes Matt, and it was a Venom miniseries back in the '90s, and it was Ben Reilly versus Venom, and I think it's like the first time when Venom's symbiote actually, you know, like it was split in time between Eddie and his ex-wife. But there's a gang lord in it, and I'm like, where do I know this guy's name from? Let's see if Will can remembers this. He was like, it was LD50. I'm like, where's that? Why does that sound so familiar? Do you remember LD50, Will?
Wasn't that did we see him in an issue of Quasar?
Close. because he says something like, oh, I'm not afraid of Venom. He's like, you know, I had an encounter with the Tetrarchs of Entropy.
Oh,
and Avengers, you know,
Cupcake to Doom.
Right before the cupcake, before the cupcake. Yeah,
that's right. They tried to kill Granny. I remember now.
I was like, holy crap! I'm like, I didn't think they ever brought this guy back after that Avengers arc, but they did.
They did.
It was Venom. Along came a Spider Kids. Yes.
Wow.
That might have been his last appearance because he got blown up in an amusement parks. But yeah.
But you know, hey, we got the Rage throwing a cupcake at Doom's face, and
kids, if you haven't listened to the Quantum Zone, if you haven't listened to the Quantum Zone kids, I mean, the easiest way, go to YouTube. There's a playlist of like, 152 episodes, man. Trust me, you will not be disappointed.
We do love our Quasar. And we love our Green Lantern.
Oh my God. But like this past weekend, I almost pulled the trigger on one of those action figures. I went on eBay. I was looking on eBay, you know, you can order from like Canada or something. I'm trying to remember the cheapest it would have been, like with shipping and stuff. It might have been like $30 or $40.
Why aren't those figures in the USA?
I know. I'm like, it's everywhere. There was like ones from like Canada, the UK. There might have been ones from like further out. I'm like, why not America? Why is it taking so long? Because I'm like, even if I had to order it from Walgreens website, but it's not on Walgreens website.
Yeah. We love our Quasar.
I mean, they got to know. They got to know the interest is there. I know, because it's like, you know, people are trying to sell these things on eBay for massive amounts.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Oh well.
Oh well. Have you been reading or watching anything new? I'm like 2 episodes behind on Discovery. I got to catch up on this. I know that I think they took their mid-season break, but yeah, I'm like 2 behind. I got to catch up.
The last episodes have been a little bit slow, but they're building up to something, I think. So, I trust them. I'm gonna give the benefit of the doubt. It's going to be fine. It's just that this buildup, is, I get why it takes time, but we'll see. I'll have to rewatch the season after it's over, to tell you the truth. But I'm sure it's going to be fine.
I mean, I was kind of not happy when they like kind of wrote Tilly off. I was like, oh, come on.
I think she'll be back. I think
Maybe,
that's
she went to teach.
I think that's a setup for, later in the season. And I don't even know how many episodes this season's going to be. I think the mid-season break that just aired was like episode 7, maybe.
Let me see. Hold on. I'll look at my little list here. Yeah, it looks like the one before break was 7. Looks like 13 episodes. So.
Okay, so yeah, that's about right.
So it'll be 6 more when they come back. Oh, it looks like in like saying 37 days before it comes back.
Wow, that's a pretty big break. But I guess they didn't really take a break over the Christmas break. They just showed everything then, and they're taking the normal break after that, I guess. So
yeah. I'm trying to remember. We discussed Matrix already. You probably haven't seen Spider-Man yet.
Not yet. Nope.
Did you see they moved Morbius again?
I did see that. I saw somebody posted a meme. It may have been in the private group or something.
Yeah, I did post it. Yeah, I mean, because I think they said
it's devoured 5 launch dates now.
Oh yeah, I think it's even worse. It might be like 6 or 7. Yeah, because hold on. Yeah, 7 release dates because the original release date was July 10th, 2020.
That didn't happen, obviously.
No, it went to July 31st that year, nothing. Then March 19th, 2021, nothing. October 8th, 2021. Then it was supposed to be January 21st, 2022. Then they moved it back a week to January 28th, 2022. Now it's April 1st, 2022.
April 1st?
April 1st, yes. I'll try to remember that. Oh, I know. It was like, what's a joke? I mean, if they push it back another 3 months, it'll be a full 2 years since it was originally supposed to come out.
Yeah, I mean, geez.
You know what? That is pressure on a movie. It's like, if they make you wait that long, if it's not like perfection, people are going to be like, man, we waited for this.
Well, we waited for this? Really? Yeah. Let's see. What else have we been? The Expanse has been good. We watched The Expanse, Discovery. I was a little. You've been watching Wheel of Time?
No.
I wasn't confused. I was just like, that's how they're going to end the season?
No.
Huh? Okay. I just, I don't know. Yeah, that one was weird. We binged The Witcher and got all those in. That was good. What else were we watching? Hawkeye was, of course, pretty good.
Oh yeah. Did I know I sent you some of Matt's message. Did you see? He said, "Oh, I've caught up on all of Hawkeye." I should write him back. Be like, just send us feedback. What you think of Hawkeye?
Yeah. Oh, and Book of Boba Fett. First episode of that was. I'm interested why they're setting it. It looks like they're setting it up to have each episode be told in 2 time frames. How he got from the Sarlacc to where he gives at the beginning of the very first episode. I don't know how effective that was, but I mean, it was still good. So
I saw something today. I don't think it's confirmed because the headline said rumor, but the big rumor. So take this as you will. But they're like, the big rumor is Harrison Ford might show up here.
Oh,
I wonder though if he does, because I mean, I think this. I mean,
it's only like 5 years after Jedi, right?
Yeah, well, Mandalorian was that. So in those,
Yeah.
I mean, if he shows up in a flashback, it's going to be more. So I wonder if they're going to do that whole Robert Downey Jr. De-age him CGI thing or whatever.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah. I mean, they did a pretty decent job on spoiler for Luke, right?
Mandalorian,
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think that was. I don't know if. Hamill even showed up for that. So yeah, I mean, they can
do it. It's magic.
Mhm.
Magic.
That's
right. Any good books come in last week? Oh, you picked them up last week because we were late last week, so you already got your
we
book.
recorded Wednesday. Yeah, so I was gonna say we talked about those. Just gonna look at my list for this week. Of course, Spider-Man's out tomorrow because Amazing Spider-Man's 3 times a month now. There's some Batman books. Get out of town.
I am shocked. A Batman book comes out on a
Oh
Wednesday.
yeah, every week there's a few. Oh, it's even better. Detective Comics is weekly for like I think this month, next month, and maybe March. So yeah, it's.
Oh wow.
I was gonna say they're doubling down on Batman, but I think they're like tripling down on. They're tripling down on Batman.
I love Batman.
I know. Oh my god, I saw was it Bleeding Cool? One of the websites, they had a funny headline. I forget what book they were announcing, but it was like in some Black Label series coming up, and they were just like, in a shocking move, DC announces the release of a Black Label book that has nothing to do with Batman or Joker.
This is my shocked face. I'm actually genuinely shocked at that.
But that was. You know what I'm waiting for tomorrow? You know all those black white, those were like black, like they did like a Deadpool black white and blood. They did a Carnage one. They did a Wolverine. Tomorrow the first issue of Elektra black white and blood comes out.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I think that might be interesting.
Well, I think I've got the DC versus Vampire books on order, so I should be able to catch up on those. And
someone's a big focal point in that series. Yeah,
I don't know who, but he's a bad guy. It's Parallax again. It's Parallax. I tell you, it's Parallax.
I force up out Jordan.
Exactly. Did the trade for the first 4 or 6 issues? Let me look that up while we're chatting here. The latest. Did that come out?
I don't know. I mean, if not, it should be soon because I was gonna say, what kind of lead time is that? Because when did issue 8 come back? A few weeks ago. So
yeah, so I think. It looks like it is coming out December 21st. Yeah, it looks like it came out December 21st. So cool. And that looks like it collects the what? What does it collect? Oh, just Green Lantern. It collects Future State Green Lantern 1 and 2, and Green Lantern 1 through 4.
Oh, okay. There you go.
6 issues.
So if you're not cut up on the current stuff, that'll get you started.
Go forth and read it. It's good. It's not got Hal in it except sparingly, like once, I guess. But it's still good. Jon Stewart's an awesome character, and this is a very Jon Stewart centric book. Plus, it's got Sojourner from Far Sector. It's treated like a split book, which is interesting. I think we've gone a little bit back and forth on that split, how it's the separate stories, but ultimately I'm sure they'll come together. It's just right now it seems like maybe we're not getting as big a bite as we want, of what happens here and what happens there. But we ain't at the end of the story yet, so we shall see. Exactly. I trust in the writer, and the art is gorgeous, both separate by Tom Rainey and Marco. I'll butcher his last name, but he's an awesome artist.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to remember. I think I hit up Jeffrey Thorne before for an interview? I might have to do that again. Oh, that would be a great addition to our 50th episode coming up next week.
That could work. I don't know if that's enough lead time, but I don't
know. That's all right. Any episode would be fine. You know what? I haven't read it yet. Maybe we'll have to see if the store has it tomorrow. JMD Mateus was doing, I think, the last issue of it because it was like 7 issues came out this week. It's Justice League? I forget what the name of it is, but it's like based in the animated series universe.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I believe there's a Green Lantern in it, so it should be John Stewart. But yeah, he did. I guess he did like a 7-issue series. I didn't read it yet, but like I said, I've been meaning to, so maybe I'll see if I can pick that up tomorrow with the rest of my stuff.
Cool.
Because I mean, it looks good, and I'm sure if I like it. I mean, I've talked to him a few times, but I'm sure he'll talk. I keep meaning to get him on for like all the Justice League stuff, especially since Lilith and I started a Justice Society podcast.
Yeah, I saw that.
Unlimited Justice every week, the day before this podcast. So
nice.
Yes. So I've been meaning to pull the trigger. I think the last time we talked to DeMatteis, he was like, "Oh yeah," he's like, "I love because he loves Justice League because he's like, if I could go back in time and tell my 12-year-old self that I'd be writing all this Justice League stuff, he's like,
I'd do it.
Totally. I know he's like, my 12-year-old self would not believe me.
You don't lie about the important stuff. Don't lie to me.
Oh my God. And then like I said, I was reading some of my back issues I got a few months ago that I never finished. I finished them up, but there was like one of those Justice Leagues during his era. Was it issue 51? I think Gnort comes back to Earth and he's like, "Oh, the Justice League kicked me out, but they must have just been kidding,
Yeah.
I mean, it's weird, but it's kind of funny. There was a night out on the town, Martian Manhunter, Gnort, and Kilowog.
Oh wow, that's comedy gold.
Blue Beetle and Booster Gold are just sitting in the embassy saying, "Okay, how much you want to bet? When are the cops going to call and say they're arrested?" And eventually, yeah, they do.
Big news. Crossover Division number 3 was fully funded last Thursday, and
yes,
we're working on the process of getting the last of the art done and getting it printed. So, yay! That was cool.
Yay. I cannot wait for that. But so you got the 6th stretch goal?
I think we almost hit the 6th stretch goal.
Oh,
I'll have to look. Let's see. I know we hit 5. I think we went through the 6th stretch goal and we're almost to the 7th.
Oh,
so yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like you got funded and then some. Yes. So.
And then funded. So it's always fun trying to figure out, like, okay, if I get this much, it won't hurt too bad to make the book, but this actually pays for everything up here. So, I think we're to the point where, hey, it actually almost paid for everything. It might have, and maybe a dollar or two more. We'll see. I need to run all the math.
Maybe get you some more Green Lantern Funkos for backer.
That's right. Yeah, we got the good stuff. Don't have a Hal. I'm gonna have to find a Hal. Apparently, those are a little more expensive at this point.
Yeah, I don't know if they haven't made any Hals in a while, because anytime I go looking for a Hal, they look kind of expensive. Yeah, they look expensive because I'm just like, what are they like out of production or whatever? Or
yeah, there is a John Stewart that I've got my eye on. But I've not pulled the trigger on that yet either.
That's the other thing I almost pulled the trigger on this weekend. I was on Amazon and there was like a White Lantern Cow Rainer.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there was 2 versions. There was like a regular version. I think the second one, like, I don't know if it like glowed in the dark or something.
Neat.
I was like, oh, I might have to. Oh, I don't know why I didn't get in. I might have to go back. But like, was it last week? I was at the mall and Hot Topic that they didn't have that many Funkos left. I'm like, are they getting rid of all their Funkos? And Lilith was like, they usually do that at the end of the year. Like, they get rid of what they have so they can bring in like a bunch more.
Cool.
But I almost bought it. I don't know why I didn't do it, but I think was it a White Lantern Sinestro or something? It was some,
I've seen that, a picture of that one. Yeah.
I almost bought that, and then they had like just like a regular, was it a Marvel Legends figure of Marvel? I almost got that.
We need Quasar. We need Quasar figures.
I was trying to exercise restraint. Meanwhile, I just bought $35 bookcase to put my stuff.
Which looks really awesome. It looks like you rearranged it a little. You got your Iron Man in the middle now.
I did because you know what? I had everything towards the front because it was hard to see, so I put in a bunch of lights on there.
Nice.
They're just like battery operated lights. Yeah. Oh, but I did buy a Target because when I was there, but there's a McFarlane gunslinger spawn back there. I don't know if you really can't see it, but it's like on the second shelf all the way in the back. But yeah.
Cool.
I was gonna say this screen's probably too small, but
I don't think I can barely make it out. So
some of you kids who watch this on TV, like you, Ray, you might be able to see some of this stuff.
Yeah. Are we in 4K? Sorry.
Hey, we need some sponsors to pump some money in. I know Lilith wants to. I know Lilith wants a Blue Chew sponsorship. Come on, kids. Blue Chew.
Joe Manganiello can get it.
Oh wait, that's wrong, Joe.
If it's good enough for Joe Rogan, it's good enough for me.
Yeah, she wants a Blue Chew sponsorship.
Wow. Okay.
Hold on. I had to search Hal Jordan. Oh, jeez. Yes, there. I see what the first Hal Jordan Funko that popped up was $134.
Yeah, that's a little outside my price range.
He's expensive. He's popular. Oh, look, there's a Jon Stewart one for $60.
Oh wow.
I know. Yeah.
I thought he was like 20 on Amazon.
Well, it might be a different version because I don't know if this is like one of his first appearance ones because he has the domino mask on. So I don't know if it's a Walgreens exclusive one. Yeah, I just went on Amazon and typed in Hal Jordan Funko. So yeah, I'm not seeing a lot of Hal. I thought I saw a bunch before. There's your 3-pack. Oh, maybe if we search Green Lantern Funko. I don't know. I love how we're doing everything to like try to get out of doing these issues.
Yeah.
Hey, look, there's an Alan Scott for $32.
Yeah, I'm not as big an Alan Scott fan as I used to be.
That comes with the special protector box. Now you can get Alan Scott for $12 now. Well, it's like I don't know. Ever since New 52, they just seem like they just like keep messing with his origins and history and stuff. And
yeah, it's there's a Dia de los DC Green Lantern Jessica Cruz, which has her Day of the Dead.
I did see that, yeah. Oh wait, you get a New 52 Hal for $50.
Okay, that's better, but that's still kind of out of the price range.
I know for
Funko. Imperial Palace Jon Stewart Funko without the mask.
No,
that's only $98.
Oh, do you ever see this? It's like it's $60, but it's like a Hal statue, but I don't know if you ever saw it. It's like on a pedestal, and like on one side of it is like the cover to his first showcase appearance, and he's kind of like, with the yellow rocket on it, and he's like blasting at it.
I think I may have seen that. Maybe. I don't know. I do scroll through a lot of Green Lantern stuff.
But it's so weird because the cover's on the back and he's pointing at the back. So if you're standing in front of the statue, like his butt's like facing you. I'm like,
yeah,
why?
Which is
on the cover, he's like to the side. So why wouldn't they? Because I almost got. I don't know. I was thinking about getting that too, but I was like, I don't know. It's kind of weird because he's like facing away from you.
They've got those little 1/6 size lanterns that come with the rings. That they were only like originally $30 or so, and I've been trying to find a Green Lantern one of those, but they're starting to get scarce. I think because I found some blue lanterns and some yellow lanterns, and I think even a blue.
Oh yeah, I mean, I just went on eBay to look for what those original light up lanterns, like the full size ones. Oh my god, they went hundreds of dollars for those.
Oh yeah, the full size ones are out of my price range.
Ironically, one of the most expensive ones was the orange one.
What?
Seriously, I was like, that's ironic.
That deserves the drums, man.
But I think the most expensive one was like almost $1,000. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like you ain't getting that kid. I mean, I don't know how many people are bidding on that kid.
definitely out of my budget.
Me too. I would be murdered in my home.
I would probably be murdered with that if I got.
Bury me with Hal Jordan.
But then it would be worth more because it was used in a murder, I guess. I don't know.
I've been thinking about that. I'm like, telling my wife and my son, and I'm thinking, I'm like, I think I want to be cremated when I die. It's like, put me in a box with like, maybe some comics,
New comics. Let's not destroy the old ones.
Can you imagine putting in your will? Yes, I will be cremated, buried alive, and bury me in a box with the whatever newest Hal Jordan comic is out at the moment.
There you go. Yeah, just one issue. There you go. Done.
Oh my
they
God!
Would say he's crazy. No, he's crazy.
Yeah. It's probably expensive, but do Paul Grunwald and like have your get cremated and have your ashes put in the ink for one of the printings of Crossover Division.
That would be interesting. That'd be definitely cool. I have that trade upstairs, I think. So
even in death, he threw himself into his work.
He did, literally.
All right, so should we get to these issues?
I guess, man. We've put it off as long as we can, haven't we?
We've gone down several rabbit holes, and we still can't escape it. All right, kids. So yes, tonight we're only 1 week crossover. The Siege of the Charam.
I guess you got it, man.
I don't know how to pronounce this made up word. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
We'll just say Siege of the Calamare.
Yeah, there we go. It's a trap. Sorry.
All right, so yes,
and I do have. When we get to that point, I'm like, wait, they're not gonna seriously? And then of course after we'll get there. I'm just like, whoa, that was dumb.
I mean, is it just a coincidence that around the same time Guy Gardner and the Justice League are doing that? Us versus Aliens. That we're doing one here too.
I don't know. It's weird, and they're unstoppable. So we've got to choose whether or not to kill them or just drive them off.
The 90s.
The 90s. Yay, the 90s.
We're going to do a big event. Yeah, let's bring in an alien army.
Yeah, and for the Titans to be the Titans, it has Donna, but as a Dark Star.
Yeah.
Has Arsenal.
I know. At least last 2 weeks we got like Green and like Wonder Woman, Hawkman. Yeah, and we got Arsenal. Ooh.
And Minion or whatever his name is, and Damage, and this is like a clone of Terra from the future. Teen Titans stuff. I don't remember.
I don't know if it's like an alternate future or yeah.
I don't remember. And then
Mirage.
And in what's got to be the lamest excuse for not showing up in a crossover, they left without me. The award goes to Impulse.
Yes, we'll get there. Yeah. Oh, we got Matrix Supergirl.
Oh, yes, I forgot about her. Yes. Who can shape change, and she's embarrassed about it.
Yes.
I don't understand that. Why? I don't understand.
No woman wants to admit to plastic surgery. Well, come on.
Or being plastic? I don't know. Because she's like I don't even remember. It's been so long since I've read those issues. She
was created by Lex Luthor of that Pocket Universe. Remember, John Byrne created the Pocket Universe to explain how Superboy was part of the Legion, even though in his reboot of Superman was never Superboy. So, yeah. So the Time Trapper basically just created a pocket dimension. So when the Legion of Superheroes thought they were coming back in time, they were actually going to this pocket dimension with its own Superboy and a whole different Earth.
Yeah, that's not convoluted at all. Which led to, there's like what? There was the Legion, then the 5 years later Legion, then there were the clones of the original Legion, and then they just rebooted the whole darn thing.
Oh, yeah.
That Legion.
Well, that's what I said.
That Legion ended, then they did another Legion, I think, and then I'm confused. I love the Legion, but I can't keep up anymore.
No, me neither. That's what I said. I so want to get into Legion, but I'm always so confused. Again, I said I think they take the most shrapnel from it anytime they do like a reboot and stuff, just because
They're in the future.
they're in the future. Yeah, and it's, like look after Crisis. Hey, we had Superboy. Wait a minute.
There's no Superboy. What? That's the whole foundation of our, 30-year series that we've had go, 40-year series we've had going on.
Really, Burn? You couldn't have had him be Superboy for like 5 minutes. Come on. Oh, what a diva. All right, this crossover, the Siege of the Z Calamare, begins New Titans number 124 from August 1995. Prometheus Gathering. Writers Marv Wolfman and Michael Jan Friedman. Penciler William Rosado. Inkers Keith Champagne and Jason Martin. Colorist Joshua Myers. Letterer Albert de Guzman. And editors Pat Gary and Kerry Kowalski. All right, so yes, we're going to get into why Impulse didn't make the trip. The Titans are ordered to investigate a gravity well near Jupiter, but hit the button. But Impulse forgets his video game and gets left behind. Once the rest of the team arrives, they're all sucked into the well and separated. So, was that for comic relief, or were the writers just like, yeah, we don't want to use Impulse? What was that?
I have no clue. It could have been something going on. Did Impulse, did he have his own book by at this point?
I believe so. I'm pretty sure not too long after he shows up in the Flash book, he gets his own series. So yeah. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't know what was going on in his book at that point, but
yeah,
I mean, it was only like a month. I mean, the whole crossover was only really a month, so I mean, they could have squeezed him in.
Yeah, I just don't understand. Of all the reasons, I got left behind because I was too slow, and I'm Impulse. Oh wait, I hear that. I hear the airlock about to close, and I can travel, fast, so I'm gonna miss it. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it made no sense. And I know he's not on the team at this point, but I'm just like, if we're gonna do a non-powered guy, I mean, forget Art. I mean, Roy Harper's fine, but it's like, why can't we get like Dick Grayson in here?
I mean, when you think of the Teen Titans, who do you think of?
I know why they did it. I know why they took him off that team, because they were folding him back into the Bat books.
Yeah.
Because
and that reminds me, I saw an ad in one of these for the Nightwing 4-issue limited series.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it wasn't it by Denny O'Neil and Greg Land, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, that's when he gets rid. That's the one he gets rid of that costume he wore in Titans, with like the yellow and stuff. I think he gets like his first like black and gray costume. Yeah. Yeah, because it seems like there's a big conspiracy going on. He's like, oh wait, maybe the guy I thought killed my parents didn't kill my parents, and it has this whole thing with this foreign government. But meanwhile, it's like at the end of the day, spoilers. It's like, yeah, we were thinking about killing him, but no, we didn't kill him.
Didn't actually do it. It was the dude that did it. So there you go.
I know. Nothing changed. So I guess so what the Titans are giving government money, so now what is that? What's that guy? Sarge Steele? He's just like, yeah, go check out this gravity well. Do it now.
Do it now. And the Titans are what, less than 6 months from being canceled at this point, I think.
Oh yeah.
And relaunched. Relaunched with, is it Devin Grayson as the writer?
Yeah. It's like
and Phil Jimenez as the artist, I think, right?
Oh, you know what? Was there another one between then and now? Because I know the Devin Grayson one, I think, was like 99, but was there one in like 96 with like brand new characters?
Yeah, maybe there was.
And the de-aged Adam.
Oh, yes, you're right. I'd completely forgot it. Yeah, but Dan Jurgens was the. Yes, you're right. Okay.
Yes, because Adam got aged in Zero Hour.
That's right.
What,
And
what,
damage
that was
recreated the universe.
yes, he was the Big Bang. Yes, that was like this a disturbing trend of the '90s, like taking certain characters and like rolling them their age. But like Adam became like, wasn't Adam a teenager? I know they did it with Iron. Well, with thanks to time travel, they brought a teenage Tony Stark to the present,
Yeah.
and they killed off the current, the present day Tony Stark.
It was. Well,
Trying to make
we go through these cycles of replacing. We have
Yeah.
since forever. I mean, I can't. We know that a certain Green Lantern, Hal Jordan, has been replaced as Green Lantern of Earth or Sector 2814.
Yeah.
About, I think we're up to 1 billion at this point. 1 billion served. I don't know. But Iron Man was replaced with Rhodey.
Yeah.
Cap got replaced with John Walker.
Oh yeah, pretty much everyone has, but I never get the whole thing with like replacing a character with a younger version of themselves. Because I'm like, it always gets turned back. It's never permanent.
I thought that Scott Snyder and Capullo, their run of Batman did something which I thought was pretty good. They took Batman at his current age, but they used the power of the what are those pools?
Oh, Lazarus Pits.
The Lazarus Pits.
Yeah.
To put him back, he's approaching 40, but he's back to the body of a and physique of a 20-year-old, so that he could continue his one-man war on crime, right? Which I thought was kind of a neat way to do it, because you're not replacing the character; it's still the same character. He is reset a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know if that's because I think that was another thing with New 52. I don't know if like Batman was supposed to be like, I don't know, like 5 years older than everyone, and it was just, I don't know, never made sense.
And you want something that doesn't make sense is, hey, the New 52 started, but all the Green Lantern stuff happened exactly the way it had happened.
Oh, but me and Wolf were having this conversation like a week or two ago. Yeah, because Batman and Green Lantern were selling, so they didn't want to change that much with them. But meanwhile, Superman, Wonder Woman get like complete reboots again in New 52.
Yeah, Action Comics had Grant Morrison with Clark Kent as a young Superman. I mean, it was.
Yeah, with the exception of Action and one or two other books, it's like basically New 52 start. They jump 5 years into this new universe. Like, yeah, we'll explain it to you along the way. Meanwhile, none of the writers knew what was going on. So it's like, but they wanted to introduce everything because they can't start at day one in a new universe, because it's like, well, like Harley Quinn didn't start the same day as Batman and the rest of these, so
Exactly. And they don't want to take that slow build, because I mean, when you get right down to it, the Marvel universe, DC universe, those were slow builds and accretion of stories over decades, and lots of years. I mean, you look at something like the early Valiant stuff, from the 90s. They started out slow and they built it up, and they basically, I feel like the New 52, they wanted to have their cake and eat it too. They wanted to restart everything. But then also everything already really had already happened. So like, wait a minute.
They wanted to bring in like a lot of new readers, but I think it had the opposite effect. I think a lot of people were like, okay, this is a good jumping off point.
It's a good jumping off point. It's a new universe. Hey, I'm done.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, one thing that it did do was with New 52, didn't they start shipping books twice a week? Or sorry, twice a week. God, twice a month.
Don't give me ideas. I mean, they might have, especially like certain events.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what was that? What was that? There was some villains month or something where like every cover was like, yeah. New 52.
Well, I'm kind of looking forward to picking up the Green Lantern stuff from New 52. I mean, I've got most of Green Lanterns. I've found there was a good sale. I told you about the sale at Midtown Comics where I got a lot of those for like 50 cents, right? Which is awesome. but I still got to pick up Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps. So that's the rebirth stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Got to go back and get the New 52, and then fill in some stuff here and there.
Well, again, the Green Lantern stuff was good along with the Batman stuff because those are the two that they did the smallest change, like little to no changes to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, after War of the Green Lanterns, they had kind of not really a reset. They changed the dynamics a lot because Sinestro was now, Green Lantern Sector 2814, and Hal was out because, that darn willpower of his gets him in trouble, doesn't it?
Willpower.
But yeah, one of the things that I'm really kind of interested in, and I haven't read it yet, is with Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps. That's where he creates his own ring, and I want to get into, because I mean the rings are kind of, he's not had the same ring forever, right? Unlike, but I feel like Kyle probably has had that ring and has kept that ring, but I mean I don't know that for sure.
Yeah, again, with New 52 and stuff like that, it like muddies the timeline and stuff. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, up until New 52, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Cal kept that same ring. So,
and we don't know about. I mean, obviously John and Guy and Kilowog and the rest. They got new rings. Once after Rebirth. So
after Emerald Twilight and everything, yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody got new rings.
Yeah. Wow, we are really going to a lot of effort not to talk about this, aren't we?
I know. Don't worry. We'll get there next week. All right.
Well, and that's this. I feel like the last 2 weeks, and this week, I feel like probably the strongest issue of this bunch was the Green Lantern issue.
Yeah.
But there's so many characters just doing things, and you don't necessarily know who all of them are or what their motivations are. It's just, we're gonna do things, and hey, things are happening, and go on. I guess that was just kind of inherent in some of the titles of the 90s, I guess, at that point. But
exactly,
I don't know. I feel like New Titans, Dark Stars, Guy Gardner, a lot of those were probably starting to hit the tail ends of their run, and probably sales were going down. So, I don't know if that had anything to bear on the reason, but
well, again, too, they wanted to shake up the Titans book, but look what they did. Nightwing's out, Starfire's out. I mean, I don't see Beast Boy, so I'm guessing Beast Boy's out. I mean, they basically...
Wasn't he like a monster or something at this point? Didn't we get that in another crossover? Yeah.
Remember when we did that Poseidon crossover? Yeah. So it's like they basically got rid of everybody, brought in, Arsenal and Donna Troy, and it's just like, okay. Hey, who's popular? Hey, let's throw Impulse in here. Hey, let's throw Supergirl in here. Green Lantern.
All I have to say for that is for sure.
Ah!
I needed something to start with an S so we can do the Simon joke. Whatever.
All right, do you want to get to part 2? Because that is the Green Lantern issue.
Let's get to part 2. Ron Lim, yes.
That's part of the crossover. Yes, Green Lantern 65 from August 95. Rescue. Writer Ron Mars, penciler Ron Lim. That's right, Ron and Ron, kids.
Ron squared.
Inker Romeo Tangle and Terry Austin. Colorist Rob Schwager. Letterer Albert de Guzman, and editors Kevin Doley and Eddie Berganza.
So wait a minute. It's by Ron, and Rom?
Oh. Sorry. Ron, and Romeo. Yeah.
But, I mean, it says a nice cover on it. Looks
nice.
Yeah. Even though I said it was the strongest, I feel like there were a lot of pages with low panel counts in this. So, I mean, it read really fast. And I'm trying to remember, at what point did it end? Because I know where it starts out with Kyle and Supergirl.
Mm-hmm. Well, again,
that led into the Dark Stars.
Yeah, again, this is part 2-5. Well, they free the others because the others get captured. Well,
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but no, it's like, I mean, it's basically a Cow and Supergirl story. So yeah, they sideline most of the other characters, and I just wonder. I wonder if they had to stretch it, like you're saying, the low panel count, because I wonder if it's part of this crossover. It's just like, okay, here's where your part's going to start, Ron. Here's where you have to end it. Yeah, do whatever you want in the middle, but that's where you have to
fill
start.
It up.
Exactly.
Hey, sure I'm going to ask a really stupid question, but the 90s were the age when trade paperbacks. This is Betty and Veronica by Adam Hughes. But trade paperbacks really started coming into their own in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
But our Guy Gardner Warrior crossover, this crossover, I don't think they've ever been collected, have they?
I don't remember seeing it. I wonder if, like, especially at this point, because they weren't reprinting every single storyline at this point, did sales dictate that?
That's a good question. I really don't know. I mean,
I just wonder if, like, you didn't hit a certain sales number if they didn't reprint it.
I mean, did they even reprint? I mean, because the Superman books had a lot of, kind of internal crossovers.
Oh yeah,
they were selling Superman books, but did they do a lot of trades of those, or hardcovers?
Not a lot of them, I don't think. At that, I mean, unless there was like. And I don't know, did they do any omnibuses or anything? So I think they're starting to go back and do some of the Burn stuff and like that era. But
yeah, I think those were more. I mean, in the 90s, the archive editions were coming out, but they were, and the Marvel Masterworks from Marvel, but that was doing stuff from the 60s, like those guys right there. I don't know. You would think that if they're going to have a 5-part story, that's 110, approximately 110 pages of story plus some other stuff. I mean, that's a decent sized trade, right? Why would you not?
Again, I don't know if they just didn't see what they had, and that they just reprinted certain things. Yeah, because now they reprint everything.
Oh yeah, everything is reprinted.
Trades. Yeah, this would definitely have been a trade if they would have been done later. But yeah, no, this one is like I said, Green Lantern and Supergirl sneak onto an alien ship to rescue Arsenal, Damage, Mirage, and Terra.
Okay.
Yes, which they do, and that's when Supergirl trusts. I guess she doesn't tell anyone else that she can shapeshift, because she tells Cal, "I'm going to show you something, but you got to promise not to say anything."
Yeah, which is weird. I didn't understand that. It was. I mean, I guess I just didn't know what was going on in her book. I know that at this time Alexander Luthor was really Luthor, but maybe he had been a traitor at this point. Is that right? I can't remember.
I guess, he might have. I think because Lex was wearing a kryptonite ring, gave him cancer. He faked his death, and then he had a body clone for himself.
Which was his son, or supposedly?
He claimed to be his own son. Yes, his own illegitimate son. Then they found out it was him, because but by the time that was all said and done, like, his clone body was breaking down or something. And then we get the Underworld Unleashed, and Luron offers him a deal. It's like, yeah, some of your soul, kid, will give you a new healthy body. And Lex is like, I don't believe in souls. Yeah, go ahead, whatever. I forget, it's either like issue 2 or 3 of Man of Tomorrow, that that Skip Week book. Lex is thinking about it, and he's like, oh, that demon looked at his end of the bargain. He's like, but I should have wished for hair.
That's one of those things in every universe. Lex Luthor has no hair.
I know.
Poor guy.
So yes, Lex Luthor has no soul, kids. So he was when he was supposedly his own son, he was kind of dating Supergirl. So
yeah.
So no one ever really talks about that. I mean, so basically Lex was raping Supergirl because
he's pretending to be someone he wasn't.
She didn't have any idea any of the shady stuff he was up to, or
yeah, it was weird. The 90s, yay.
And then I think it starts in this issue, but like there's like a theme that's through some of these issues where Dawn is just like, I know I shouldn't be jealous of Cal working with Supergirl, but just look at her.
Yeah, look at you, Donna Troy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that felt a little weird because I mean, by this point, Donna has been a model, right? I think, and a photographer,
Something. I know.
and
Yeah.
and an Amazon warrior. I mean, she's been trained by Wonder Woman. I wouldn't see her as having.
She bears a striking resemblance to Wonder Woman. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that felt a little off, but yeah, whatever, right?
I think it's drama for the sake of drama.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like you said, I think this is the strongest of the issues. Story wise, art wise, definitely my favorite.
Oh yeah. And Ron Lim, not known for a lot of DC work,
Oh yeah.
Mostly a Marvel artist. So yeah, I mean, having him on this, I mean, probably because at this point he had worked with Ron Mars on Silver Surfer for quite a while, I would say. So.
Oh yeah, if they need to fill in. Yeah, Ron Mars is probably like, oh yeah, I know a guy.
I'm working with him.
And I'm sure it can't help. It's like, oh yeah, hey, the guy that was all popular in Silver Surfer. They're like, oh yeah, bring him in, him in. It'll help boost the profile of this crossover. Yeah, no, remember because like I don't know, the aliens are attacking some planet, and Minion's like, I'm gonna go stop him, and Donald's like, no, dude, he's like, shut up. So they free the other. Yeah, the issue ends with them freeing the others. Then Minion comes back, and they're all surrounded by all these alien spaceships.
Yeah, who's after you? All of them.
Well, ask a stupid question.
Yeah.
All right, should we get to the rest of this?
Let's do it.
I was gonna say we can run through this because it's already getting late. All right, so yeah, next part is Dark Stars 34. Oh man, we're almost at the end of that series because that's only 38.
That series is about done too. Yeah, it was mainly we got a little bit of the main Dark Star in the other universe.
Yes,
and some. Hey, we're going to go down and talk to the leaders of this planet, right? Is that basically what happened?
Well, the New Titans agree to help the Congress of Planets protect Zichamare from the progenitors. Okay, here's where it gets very video game, kids. They split into 4 teams to acquire ingredients for a bioweapon to be used against the invading alien race.
Okay, and the thing that they don't do, which I thought was stupid as all heck, is what does this bioweapon do? We're going to go get it for you, and then we're going to ask what it does after we've got it for you.
Yeah, and then we're gonna complain and say, yeah, you're not gonna use it.
You're not gonna be able to use it now. I mean, why? I mean,
yeah, it's like, well, here, yeah, you're right. I know, I had this thought too. It's just like, well, if you didn't want them to use the bioweapon, we'd just be like,
why did you gather all the ingredients? Why didn't you ask first? I mean, I know you want to help, but what?
We're gonna build you this nuclear weapon, but don't use it.
Yeah, exactly. How does this bioweapon work? Oh, it's just gonna sterilize them all. Okay.
Oh, genocide? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that kills them not immediately, but it doesn't kill anybody. It just doesn't let them reproduce.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we got no John Stewart this time, so.
Yeah, but he was at least mentioned.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the Titans book. Yeah. John says he wants you to go, Donna. Okay.
But we still got Farron Collis. I wonder if he's going to make it home by the time this series ends.
Yeah, who knows? I
mean, how long has he been stuck in that other universe? It's like, what are we doing with this?
6 issues, maybe? I mean, it's been a while, hasn't it?
I mean, yeah. Remember, because he went on. He had his trial, and then they brought in Donna. Not too long after Donna came in, so it's
what surprises me is like, hey, we went somewhere else in the universe. We don't know where.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, they've never heard of a Green Lantern or a Dark Star? Because I kind of thought these were
big
organizations, right? The Green Lanterns actually, Guardians of the Universe.
How far away is this? I mean, this planet isn't in like a sector that the Green Lanterns used to patrol. I mean, at least throw out a line. Hey, we haven't seen any Green Lantern in a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just weird the way they. Hey, we got sucked in. Now we're gonna fight and help these people. Oh, and hey, here's our ride home. It was just weird.
I know. So yeah, nothing too. I mean, it's all right, but nothing to write home about this.
Yeah.
Um,
But then we get the fetch quests for 4 teams of 2 Titans apiece.
yes. I don't know. Yeah, then the next part's the damage part. I mean, I don't know.
And we get some subplot stuff in his book. I was like, what the heck?
I know. I was lost in that, and then just like, I don't know. I mean, it was all right, but I don't know. The arts just seemed out of place to me in this issue compared to the others.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It looked a little,
I
think, a little more cartoony. Maybe?
Yeah, I was gonna say it almost seemed like should have been something for like younger readers or something,
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, okay, but it's in the middle of this it just seemed out of place to me in the middle of this crossover. But yeah, I'm just looking at this synopsis. Yeah, it's just basically, damage helps the Titans fight a war in space. Meanwhile, all the other stuff about his supporting cast happens on Earth.
Happens on Earth.
Yeah, it's so weird because some of the books, it's like they go into the subplots like Dark Stars and Damage, but it's like Green Lantern. You didn't see nothing,
No,
all you saw was the space stuff. That's it. Yeah.
Well, and then we got to see the Dark Star subplot with the coordinator, her sons, and that wasn't really. They kind of ended it, but not really, because we just saw that the police were going to get called. So and she's like, "Hey, I hope the Titans get back soon because this person's crazy."
Exactly. It's just,
and I don't even know who this person was. Rose.
Oh, I think that's supposed to be Ravager. I think that might be Deathstroke's daughter.
Oh, okay. That kind of makes sense then. But yeah, that was something that they didn't really introduce very well.
I'm pretty sure. I think that's supposed to be Deathstroke's daughter. Yeah. Boy. What was I gonna say? Yeah, but the Green Lantern issue. I mean, we really couldn't do much with it. I mean, who does he have in his supporting cast? Dawn is with him. We're gonna see Radu do something. Yeah, because besides those two, he really doesn't have a supporting cast now. I mean, Alex is gone. He really hasn't met anybody else besides he's been very tight Dawn and Titan centric lately.
Yeah, and with the Titans reboot coming, he and Donna get broken up. So then we get Jade. Comes into the book, and then gradually we start accreting some of the. I mean, I think we see Guy occasionally, maybe Aricia, John. Eventually will show up in the book and take on a much larger role.
Yeah, with Jade there, Alan Scott shows up every so often. Yeah. All right, so should we wrap this up?
Let's wrap this up.
Will's like, what did I ever do to you? Don't worry. Like I said, after this week, I mean, we'll pretty much be done with the crossovers and stuff starts getting better. Where's the link for the next? Oh, there it is. Yeah, because it all ends, kids.
At this point, we're 15 issues into Kyle's run.
Oh, already. Yeah. New Titans 125, kids. So guess what was probably oversized, kids. Almost like
Visible
they planned
by 5.
Xenocide by Marv Wolfman, William Rosado, Keith Champlain, Chris Matthews, Albert de Guzman, Pat Greery, and Kerry Kowalski editors. The Council of Ghana? GON''AA.
Yeah, I guess.
Going, has developed a virus that will make the progenitors sterile to prevent them from committing genocide by killing trillions of unborn progenitors. Arsenal convinces the council to release the virus on Ghana, which keeps the progenitors away. Away and ends the war. The Titans stay behind for a few days to help clean up and rebuild until a mysterious, unseen figure reopens the gravity well for them to return home. Mysterious unknown figure, he who's known as plot device. So,
absolutely.
So yeah, Will, what did you think? I mean, again, why did they assemble the bioweapon? But at least the ending was there was a little thought put into it. It's like, well, hey, why don't you just release it here? That way they can't come near you.
Yeah. But I mean, that doesn't protect anybody else that they're going to go after now.
Well, I think they said everybody on that planet, like who was exposed to it, if they went to their home planets, it would spread there too. So it's just like, don't come into contact with us or you're going to get it.
Yeah, but it still doesn't really solve the problem of them being out there, unless
they saved everyone in their federation, but yeah, anybody else is fair game. Yeah.
Do we ever see the progenitors again?
I don't know. Like I said, unless it's something I didn't read, because I honestly thought we never saw LD50 again, and I was surprised just last night. So, oh please, Will, it's 90s aliens. You think they're coming back? That would be interesting though, if like in a future Green Lantern, they're like, you know what, Cal's buddies let these guys go. Maybe we should like track these guys down.
Yeah.
I'm
stuck
so yeah,
oh, there we go.
Wow. That was your Siege of the Z Calamare crossover.
Let's see. That's Earth.
Again, like I said, it's very interesting that this kind of takes place at the exact same time Guy Gardner's crossover was going on.
Yeah. Are there any heroes left on Earth?
Superman. Nobody thought to take Superman.
Yeah, why would you? Superman in space? Oh, come on, that's not a good idea. That'll never work out, right?
Like I said, at least the Justice League had like Wonder Woman and Martian Manhunter.
Siege of ZI.
CHARAM.
Okay, let's see what I can find.
Charam.
This entry is a stub. You can expand it by typing stuff because there's nothing here. Let's see what.
I would be very surprised if we see them again. I think it was just, hey, let's create a hostile alien race who,
Yeah, I'm not finding anything on this. May be their one and only appearance.
Like I said, I can believe it. They fled to the deepest reaches of space, never to return.
That's right. Yeah, I don't. I'm not finding anything else besides these issues for them.
Mm-hmm.
Something to bring back, right? I'm kidding. Yep, I don't see them listed again. Much like I don't think we ever see the bad guys in Warrior. After it gets canceled, I don't think we see them again at all either.
Because every so often you see like writers, like they'll bring stuff back after 20 years, so it's like, hey, when I was reading this book, I like this character or that character. Yeah, you never see stuff like, these aliens come back. Unless we need like cannon fodder or something.
Yeah. Let's have the Anti-Monitor blow up the planet of the progenitors.
Exactly. So what do you think? Just like average crossover?
Yeah, I feel like there were a lot of books in the 90s coming out that were a lot better than this. But then again, there were probably a lot of books coming out that weren't as good. So it seems like a really mid-tier kind of crossover with just kind of okay. It's not great,
Yeah.
but it's not bad. It's just
Okay.
kind of.
Okay, I'm going to put you on the spot here. Okay, which crossover was better, this one or the one from the last 2 weeks?
I'm gonna have to go with this one. This one, I think this one was more coherent as a crossover and as a story that you could follow through. Whereas what was the name of the last crossover?
Way of the Warrior.
Way of the Warrior. It was kind of all over the place.
Oh yeah, it was basically just punch them up and stuff. I mean, at least here, as ridiculous as it was, at least they gave them like this task, find the magic elements and stuff. And
exactly, yeah. I mean, there was
they kept it to 5. That guy Gardner, remember they dragged that out to 7 parts.
Yeah, that was I would have to say this one. I mean, and I don't think you can take away from everything that Marv Wolfman has done, at DC. I mean, the Titans, the Crisis on Infinite Earths. I mean, he's written so many things that are super impactful, but by this point on the Titans, I don't think it was his best work,
And I don't know if it was his decision or someone else's, but yeah, I mean, I think it really hurt that, he lost all those like classic characters in the Titans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, that kind of gutted the book, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Cyborg, where's Cyborg? Where's Starfire? Where's, Beast Boy? Where's
Raven?
Where's, that Nightwing guy,
It's like you have Donna Troy, but she's splitting her time between here and Dark Stars.
Yeah.
And Cal's book,
Yeah, it's a weird time for a lot of these characters because
they were trying to hip it up for the 90s, but it's like,
I don't know. I mean, it's they were kind of on, I think these books were kind of on this downward trend to their conclusions, whether that was actual written conclusion or just the cancellation acts coming, falling on them. But I think I feel the worst for the Dark Stars book.
Yeah.
Because it's so not what it was when it started out and was for 20 something issues, right?
Oh yeah. But yeah, he's bringing up, it's just like Titans. Yeah, they gutted that book, and I mean, they're good characters, but it seems like a cash grab. Hey, let's bring in Jon Stewart. Hey, let's bring in Donna Troy.
Yeah.
Let's bring in some names.
It's just a weird place because characters are so so far removed from what they are expected and known to be. Is that kind of an easy way to say it? I mean, because Donna Troy is not a Dark Star.
No.
I mean, yes, technically she is a Dark Star in this book, but that's not who that character is.
I just think they, and even, whether they brought her and John in or not, I don't think they ever lived up to the potential to this book. Because after Emerald Twilight, I mean, you could have done so much with this book. With Dark Stars, it's just, hey, Green Lanterns are gone. It's just us versus space. All the threats out there. It's just us.
But I mean, again, it was focusing kind of in on itself at that point, and paying off things that I'm sure what Michael Jan Freeman, the writer, had been setting up since issue 1. And delivering on the story that he planned, and then Emerald Twilight kind of comes in, and I feel like it blew a lot of things up, not just for the Green Lantern book, but for the Guy Gardner book, for Dark Stars.
It just seems like Dark Stars did the complete opposite of what they should have did after Emerald Twilight. They should have been more out in space, but it seemed like they retracted and came more
back to Earth.
Yes.
30 years later, armchair quarterbacking.
That's right. All right, are we done with this?
I think we are.
All right, kids. So yes, like I said, it does get better because next week for our episode 50, we're going to be covering Green Lantern, Silver Surfer, Unholy Alliances.
Silver Surfer. I didn't know he was a DC character.
Oh, it's a Marvel DC crossovers. Hey, I'm going to try to get some guests. We'll see. But hey, do you remember? Did you reread this yet? Do you remember who all's in this book?
Haven't reread it yet. I will do that later this week.
Kal Rayner, Silver Surfer, Parallax, Cyborg Superman early in the issue.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Terax the Tamer.
Oh yeah.
And like I say, a character some of you may have never heard of, Thanos.
Who? I've never heard of this. He's a lesser known character.
The guy
from DC, right?
Galaxy. Who? Yes. Dark Side's the twin brother you don't talk about. So yes, kids, speak. Yeah, Ron Mars and Daryl Banks. Yes, Green Lantern, Silver Surfer next episode, and then in 2 weeks, Green Lantern 66 and 67 featuring Cal's first team up with Wally West.
Cool. We get second gen heroes, or technically third gen heroes, I guess, teaming up.
Exactly. And then Green.
Funny thing is, Barry comes back. So does Hal.
Exactly. And then that same week, Green Lantern Annual 4, Cal and Hal Jordan once again.
Oh, I forgot. I've completely blocked out this annual. What?
They kind of switch places.
They switch places. I don't remember this.
I'm sure I've got it. I'll have to read it.
I'll have to reread it. Okay.
And also,
I know we're still like 3 years in the series out from, what is it, Emerald Knights, which is where Hal Jordan from the past comes to the future.
Yes. Yeah, it's around issue 100. Yeah. Oh, but also that week, Cal guest appears in Superman 105. So
cool.
More mullet Superman also.
Got to love the mullet Superman.
Oh yeah. All right, kids. So yes, send us your thoughts on all of those. I know you people have thoughts on Green Lantern, Silver Surfer, Ray. All right, so email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can follow Sector 2814 on Facebook, on Twitter. Go join our Facebook fan group. I believe I renamed a lot of the groups just to the whatever. So I think it might just be the Green Lantern fan group now. So no excuses, kids. You can find it very easily now. So yeah, find links to that, all the social medias for all the shows we do, links to this YouTube channel, links to Capes and Lunatics or Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks merch. Find it all in one place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. And Matthew Kona, remember, hurry home soon, son. But you can always find Matt Kona on social media at Matt Kona, MATTKONA. Oh, wait, I forgot. Go subscribe to the Patreon, kids. Patreon.com/Capes and Lunatics. We got creator interviews, DG Chichesters every month. And I believe at the end of this month, we're going to be starting the superhero movie brackets. We're starting with some of the Marvel movies, kids.
Oh, wait, now explain the superhero movie brackets, because we're not talking about the best superhero movie here, right?
No, the worst. Oh yeah, well, if you went in on this, I
hope that something like Catwoman is on there.
We'll get to DC stuff. Catwoman is on the list. Steel's on the list.
Oh, I'd forgotten about Steel. I blocked that one out. That's the Shack, right?
Yes. Schumacher, Batman's are on. Oh yeah, well, but you got to pay to hear that, kids.
Nice.
All right. So, William, where can people find you in the crossover division?
You can find me at Walred. That's at WALLRED. Gmail and Twitter and Facebook, and I think Instagram, but I've got to really start posting stuff out there because I don't think I have posted really anything. I also am the writer and creator of Crossover Division. Woo-hoo! Issues 1 and 2 have been funded via Kickstarter and fulfilled, and we just funded number 3 last week, which should go to fulfillment just as soon as we finish up the art on it and get it printed. So that's cool. And then if you want to check out some of my other work, well, you can get the Crossover Division at crossoverdivision.com. And if you want to check out Diary of Night at diaryofnight.com. And to circle back around to what we talked about at the beginning, Quasar is awesome. And if you want to find out more about Quasar, check out the Quantum Zone at quantumzone.org.
I'll put it in my navel.
Hey, yo, boys, you look at the party. I love the party.
Yeah, like I said, if you want to say Quantum Zone, if you want to check it out, the quick, easiest way, go to YouTube or the Capes Lunatics YouTube. There's a whole playlist for it, every episode in order. Just click it and enjoy, kids.
We did 100 and we did like 3 years worth of episodes, right?
152 episodes, yeah.
Almost 3 years, yeah.
Oh yeah, every so often I want to go back and do one here and there. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we did one not too long ago, back in the summer, right?
Yes, because Quasar was in the Guardians of the Galaxy couple issues. Yeah, bring him to the MCU, kids.
That would be cool. That would mean that finally I could buy quantum bands. That would make me very happy. As toys. I'm a simple man.
All right, kids. Thanks for joining us. Again, next week, big episode 50, Green Lantern, Silver Surfer. 2 universes collide. Everyone gets what they want. Marvel, DC, Hal Jordan back.
Ish.
Hey, man, he goes toe-to-toe with Thanos, man. Come on.
I'm not a fan of Thanos.
I know. Yeah, he punches Thanos in the face. Don't worry.
Well, that's a good thing. See, that's a very good thing.
Wait. All right, kids. Come back next time. And remember your damn video games.